I know it's tough. I know it's difficult, especially in light of everything that's going on. But I think Congressman Bacon's right on this.
Well, that's former U.S. Senator and Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel.
The UNO alum says Bacon is making the right choice and not voting for Jim Jordan as Speaker of the House.
Well, he sat down with KETV Newswatch 7's Quinicia Fraser today to talk about that, along with the Israel-Hamas war. And Quinicia joins us live.
Julie, Bill, Chuck Hagel, a Republican, says he agrees with how President Biden is responding to the war between Israel and Hamas. He says the goal needs to be preventing more civilian deaths from happening. From serving as Nebraska's U.S. Senator to being named the country's Secretary of Defense, Vietnam vet Chuck Hagel has seen a lot of conflicts throughout his professional career.
You ask yourself, and you're concerned with this because you don't know where it's going.
Hagel says the unknowns of the world's latest major conflict pose challenges for America's leaders. At least 14 people have died in Israel after the terrorist group Hamas launched an attack on October 7th. The Palestinian Ministry of Health says 3,000 people have been killed in Gaza.
Our support of Israel, I think, is right. I think what the president is doing and how he's doing it is right. That said, you can't lose sight of what the Palestinian issue is. The problem for the Palestinians is that Hamas, which has control of Gaza, is a terrorist group. The Palestinian Authority, which is a legitimate authority that governs the West Bank, they're different from Hamas.
Hagel, who served in President Obama's cabinet, says President Biden is doing exactly what he should when it comes to the violence in Gaza.
It has to be stopped. There's only one way to stop it. People are going to have to talk with each other. That's why this president's going over there tomorrow. That's why Secretary Blinken is there. That's why we've got a second aircraft carrier group going in there to do everything we can to stop it from getting any wider, the conflict.
I also asked him if he thinks the U.S. is sanctioning Iran enough. He says strengthening the country's military and national security is what's needed. Hagel says issuing more sanctions won't change Iran's decisions. Reporting live, Quinicia Fraser, KETV, Newswatch 7.